Everyone, I'm standing here with Washington Commanders running back coach Anthony Lynn. And Coach Lynn, I feel like I have to always remind people, Coach Anthony Lynn was a head coach in this league. So talk about, just with all of your experience, how that truly kind of inserts and illuminates, even in your role as the running back now as a position coach here. Like, do you all kind of just, are you able to share? We always hear about the collaborative approach to what you all do.
Sure.
So how are you able to still kind of bring that leadership role and title, here with the Commanders?
Well, Coach Quinn always sets the stage for that. He pick and choose when he wants to put someone in front of his team and what message he wants them to say to his team. And I'm here to just help any way I can. The running back room, the defense, well, whoever. I talk to a lot of players on this football team, but I mainly focus on my room. I got a good group, and I think the competition is good in there. And real pleased with the rookie that we brought in and how he's looking. I'm looking forward to training camp. We get the pass on and start playing a little real ball and see what these guys can do.
So speaking of the rookie, I know he told me immediately when I introduced myself to call him Bill. So
isn't that something? Bill.
Yes.
Yeah.
So share what you've seen so far from him.
He's such a hard worker, and you can tell that he doesn't take anything for granted. And right now he's thinking, though, like all rookies are. Usually around that third week of training camp, you see their real skill, their real talent, and because they're not thinking, they're playing, they're reacting. And so, but he's on track for that. And I've been pleased with what I've seen so far.
And so then you're talking about or asking about the rookie you all drafted, then with some of the vets, so Brian Robinson Jr., Austin Eckler, Jeremy McNichols, Chris Rodriguez. What are you seeing from that group? I know you all came together last year, and so then this year too. So what have you seen so far from them?
What I've seen them a tighter brotherhood. Number one, it is a tight knit group, and they're all here working. They don't have to be here. This is all voluntary, but they're here working, and they're healthy. When these boys are healthy, these boys can play. And Brian was banged up last year, played in some games he probably shouldn't have played in. Austin missed some games last year. But I thought Jeremy came in, and I thought Chris Rodriguez came in, and I thought they did a heck of a job of picking up the slack. And now you've got Kaz, who came over from the wide receiver room. He's working with us in the backfield now. Mike Wiley's had one of the better off seasons, all the backs now. And then we bring in Dimitri Felton. So we're looking at some pretty good competition. And I like those things that I can't coach. It's competition and speed.
And so going back to the point of coaching and coaching staff, we've often heard about the collaborative approach that you all have. So in your role as the running backs coach, what's an example of how you collaborate with the other coaches?
We all talk execution-wise. What can we do better? We always looking at our process, trying to detail the process. That's probably where I've been there and done it for so many years where I can help the most. It's just the process. Well, sometimes you can get caught up in winning. But if you have a good process, winning is a byproduct of that.
Then we go back to your position group, your players. What do you want to see more of from the running backs room this season?
Well, I like to see us stay a little healthier. And I like to see us, we talked about this a little bit, I like to see guys are always ready to play, but when you've played in this system, you have to be able to give us the juice whenever you touch the ball, whether it's a carry or whether it's a catch. It's hard to be a volume back and be in this system because this system is designed to take what the defense give you. For example, there was a run play in that Detroit game when we threw that ball out to Terry and he ran for 70 yards. That was originally a run call. But they gave us the matchup outside. We took it, and we made a hell of a play to help us win the game right there. And so that's just the way this offense is designed. I'm learning a lot in this offense. Been in it for the first time. It's really intriguing. But you got to be ready to go when your number is called and not worry about getting your touches and all that.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time. Thank you so much.
Sure.